thank you for tuning in. It is Liquid starting on the CT side. It will be SK on the terrorist side. We do have that smoke and a couple of flashbangs set up, and it looks like Fallen is already going for it. They're going to put four people down Ivy. This is interesting.
What they can do here is smoke off one side. That would isolate Nitro. He's the only one there, so he's got to find a good avenue to fall back on. JDM can be there to support, but he's got to be very mindful of mid.
So long as JDM is there to actually watch A main, Nitro should be fine. He decides to fall back, and he's going to go to the back line. Instead, it's Taco taking point, wipes out JDM and Simple both, and now he sees the bot. He sees the boosted man as well, and Taco's on the hunt. He's not going to let him get away, and Liege is stuck.
How do you get out of this? Taco trying to knife in a pistol round. The first pistol round, that's madness. He's going to get the headshot instead. And now it's Nitro and Hiko trying to see if they can retake. Cold is waiting for Nitro. Great position there, point blank range with the Glock. He's going to win it, and it's no issue at all for SK. They only lost Fur, and Taco picks up a quad kill.
That was Taco basically saying, welcome to the show, boys. This is the real deal now. You're playing against the big boys. I mean, what a play from him. Quad killing the pistol to start things off. That is going to rock Liquid.
Taco's been so good for SK in this tournament, and it often goes unnoticed, but that kind of entry power, I mean, you look at those kills, it's not even necessarily the fault of the setup that Team Liquid ran. Those are instant kills from Taco. Those are, you can't even respond to that. His opening two and then on a Simple. And then even from there, I mean, he doesn't commit to a fight against Liege despite the attempt at a knife. He just keeps him occupied, doesn't let him peek, doesn't let him get back into the round.
Well, you've got to think that this was part of the plan. I mean, maybe not part of the plan, but Liquid will have sort of mentally planned for that this might happen. They know the statistics as well. They're going to try and go aggressive, and a good shot comes in from Hiko, and actually Cole taking a long time, and that allows JDM to follow up on that kill. So now it's a 3-on-3. First sneaking around outside Liege in the back line. They still have that scout in play.
They're going to be able to make their way out through A main to back up Fur here. It looks like FNX and Fallen just getting out now onto the site. Fur has been spotted, tagged down to 45. Elias, he's got that scout. He can put it to good use. If he can get the headshots, he can get the kills.
He's already got a tag, so Fur's very, very softened up. He's being very smart, not peeking. Elias knows he has him isolated, so it's up to Nitro, it's up to JDM to make some kind of a play. There's another shot, but it doesn't land.
That probably should have been at least some damage in there. Fallen gets the refrag instead. They have two people on very low health, but Nitro's not hitting the shots with the Deagle either, and he's going to be going down. JDM with the AK in hand. It might be better to try and save this.
Absolutely. Bring it into the next one. There's no money. They force spot into this round. What you can do with this AK-47, even on the CT side, even though you already invested, is pass it over to Simple. Have him get body armor to avoid the aim punch, but then he's got a chance in the next round. But it doesn't even look like SK wants this to happen. They are hunting him down. He's going to get one, but he's got to be careful from the stairs.
They want to do is recover this AK, and it looks like they will manage just that. FNX, unfortunately, no. FNX already had an AK. Fallen, he's on the other side of the map with the scout. So actually, this is a pretty costly round for SK Gaming. That second one, they dropped 3 people, including some rifles.
At least they take the danger away from this round, though. At least now there's no AK-47 they have to worry about. They don't have to find out where it is. They know they're going to be going against unarmored opponents, so this makes it much easier despite not bringing that AK to themselves.
So into the upcoming round, obviously Liquid won't have too much to show for it. Simple does pick up a Deagle because that's just what he does. But it will be the 4th round that's going to be the real test. So right now we just have to see if Liquid can get a bit more damage in. Already engaging out of the courtyard. It's going to be Elise. He goes down, and Simple with a good follow-up. Nitro catching a little bit too much fire there. And it's going to be out of the round. So Simple very low on health as well. Don't see him doing much else.
No, he's going to start backing off. Maybe looking to save that Deagle if he can. Just because at this point, this is just that lack of respect coming in from SK Gaming. That's exactly what they want to do. They know that it's going to be a hard eco for Liquid. Why show any respect? Get out onto that A side, just pummel them even more. After that brutal pistol round, SK Gaming, they want to do everything they can at this point to destabilize Liquid's mindset going into this next key round for Liquid.
And it is a very key round. JDM's going to have the AWP. He hasn't purchased anything, so he'll have plenty of money. But one of the strengths that Team Liquid has had in this run has been that double op setup. JDM and Simple have looked in this tournament to be one of the most formidable 2-op setup we have in the game right now. And that's going against Fallen and Cold, who are probably the other two you'd put up there at the top. Simple's not going to have money with this Deagle buy, with the buy in the second round, so they're going to have a very good start to these gun rounds if they want a chance to build up the economy necessary to bring that into play.
It is a real pleasure to see all of the pieces coming together for Liquid. And it's good that you mentioned that, right? SK Gaming, they have the double op. Navi, they have the double op. Fnatic, they have the double. They can all, you know, actually just have this deep playbook. Multiple sniper rifles can be so difficult to deal with when you're on that T side. You're basically running into that crosshair. You're just crossing your fingers. You're hoping that op is going to miss. If there's 2 of them, of the likes of Simple and JDM, we'll see how SK decide to deal with it.
This is where you're really worried about that Deagle buy from Simple, because he goes for full armor and the M4. He doesn't have any nades. That $800 on the Deagle, that's money he could use on the nades, as smokes and flashbangs.
Eco right now is playing alone in the B bomb side, which is a common type setup. Simple's going to rotate back in here, but he can't really do much to help out Hiko, and they actually, neither of them have any grenades. So this is why this round is such a big test for Liquid. They need to win it to stop SK early on, but they certainly also need the money going forward to buy some smokes and Molotovs.
Yeah, that's the main issue here. This is always the issue that you run into on the CT side. If you're going for the plays in the second round, you go for the force buy, you're getting Kevlar. It just means you're not going to have the utility in that fourth round buy. This is all going to come down to how cold-blooded Liquid are. Can they keep their cool and hit the headshots? FNX, he's already given us one. Hiko is down. FNX trying to open up this B site. Taco will get picked by Simple, however, so we're into a 4-on-4. But the bomb, it's been planted, and now the countdown begins. Liquid, they need to get in here and get those clippers on that bomb.
And now this lack of grenades is really going to come back to haunt them. Fallen has a Molotov in the back line. They have a smoke saved yet. Elige going to pick up the kill there on FNX, but look at Fallen ready, and when he goes down, JDM, he hits that shot. And now it is going to be down to a 2-on-3. Fur and Cold on the site. Elige is now out of it, and look at Fur flanking right now. Liquid are sandwiched in, and they don't even realize it, but Nitro going to pick up a kill. Do they have a kit right now picked up? They need to hold on for a long time. Fur pushing up, running with the knife out. He's got the AK in hand. He's going to run into JDM, and there's that shot coming out. Double for JDM, and Liquid going to win the fourth round.
That is so difficult to do. The timing of that hit from SK was perfect. It's just when Simple was transitioning to a new spot that left Hiko all alone, paying attention to lower ramp, and he gets picked off from upper. And now we're going to see that double op come out. But the retake, this is one of the strengths that Team Liquid has had that we've never seen out of North American teams. The patience, using the full timer of that bomb plant to be able to make this retake, to keep an eye on your flank. And JDM with some timely shots there.
This comes from studying their opponents in the past. Fnatic famous for it, waiting 15 seconds before they even think about getting onto a bomb site. These are the sorts of things you try and force errors. SK Gaming, they played it well in that after plant situation, trying to push forward to connector, but Liquid have shown now that they can hold their own. 4 players on the A site to start this round, and Hiko holding alone on B, although Elige is now rotating back. And SK Gaming, they're kind of set up to catch everything here. Fallen is looking down towards Ali. He's got that scope position, and the rest of his teammates gathered up and ready to go towards Pop Dom.
It also gives Liquid this double ult play that we were talking about earlier. So actually, interestingly, they're both out in the A bomb side. What do you think about that, Moses?
This actually isn't too bad for Liquid at the moment. I mean, you see where they're set up. They're expecting some kind of a push from Ivy. They have Simple over there with the op. And the scary part about that is that situation, he can get boxed in there, and then he's got to fight his way out. There's not a whole lot of different angles he could be mobile around. And he actually just moves out of the position, moves over towards the bomb train. JDM is out there, though, as well. He's also close up, so this is a very aggressive stance with the ops.
Yeah, with the AWP up close, you miss the shot, you're dead, but he's going to try and fall back. JDM is now in that smoke wall. He's trying to force it, but the flash is ill-timed. He's blind. He has to fall back to stay alive. And it looks like SK Gaming will get half of the bomb site. Now they have to figure out how to crack on through, actually get a kill to make their lives easier.
They're running out of time here. This is a problem. 35 seconds. JDM goes down to Fur. It's a good start here for SK, but they need to follow it up with an actual bomb plant. And the bomb just dropped there. FNX carrying it. It is a 3-on-4 right now, but they still need a bomb plant in the next 20 seconds. And they're being held back right now. A little bit hesitant here on the Brazilian side. Nitro going to pick up a kill on Cold Zero. Makes it a 3-on-2 now, and Elige goes down now, all up to Hiko. 10 seconds, and they will get the bomb plant. And this is where Hiko's supposed to be doing his work, but he can't make it happen. Fallen to take him out. And that is a really swift comeback into the first half here for SK.
We talked about the patience of Team Liquid on that retake, on that post-bomb plant at the inner site. Look at the patience of SK as that clock's running out, as all the smokes are up, as they've made no progress, as the bomb is down, not even getting it planted until about 10 seconds left in the round. That is a very scary feeling at a certain point when you're alive and you look up at the clock. That takes a lot of faith in your teammates and what's being communicated to you and when you guys decide to pounce.
This is a worst case scenario now for Liquid as well. Back to pistols they go. They definitely did not have the economy to fall back on for a buy round, and so SK Gaming, they know this. They've got the 2 MAC-10s. They'll probably just try and feed them in there, get those SMG kills, get that bonus money in their pockets, and Fur to lead the way, also getting that information. He wants to find out how Liquid are set up, and now he knows somebody's in Pop Dog and someone close to main. Nitro is going to find the pick on him.
Good return for Fallen. And it is a minimal loss. They did only drop a MAC-10 out there, so they'll be all right with it at least. He did, already spot a couple of people, so he got something out of it.
But now look at SK just readjusting. Cold's going to lead the way. He's actually far ahead. He's very, very aggressive, all alone at the bomb as well. Liquid's got a good read. They have 3 players here, but can they actually withstand this onslaught? He's going to have a lot of freedom to just peek from this upper ramp.
Simple up close with Elige to support. Elige is going to be the one to try and draw attention to himself. Simple just waiting to pounce. And Hiko on the bomb train controlling that space. JDM is miles away, so he's not going to be in position to be able to help his teammates quickly enough here. 45 seconds left on the clock, and SK Gaming begin the push. Taco leading the way with that Mac 10. We'll see if he can actually find Simple. He is checking coils. He's going to be looking towards the train, and Elige rips his head off. It's on FNX now to try and trade it, but Elige with a second kill.
Oh no, it's unraveling for SK. This round was a sure thing, but they slowed down. I think they even failed the Molotov. Good kill from Cold Zero, but still only 28 seconds here. They need to move in and get this bomb plant home. And Hiko, I don't think anyone has even seen him. They don't know where he is right now. A lot of damage being put into Cold Zero as well. 19 seconds, and now finally SK are gonna man up and try and see if they can get out here. Hiko picking up a kill, and it's all down to Cold Zero. 10 seconds, jumping back onto the side. He has to stick the plant. He can't even fake it, and actually he's gonna be successful in that. Now the Deagle goes for the fight, takes out Hiko, and now it's a one-on-one. Orb versus Orb, and JDM goes down! Cold Zero! That's the quad kill, and SK gonna pick up a very, very tight round.
That almost collapses for SK, and Cold bails him out of a really tough spot. One missed Molotov, actually, a self-Molotov bounces off the wall and just right back onto the ramp, and SK, their attack gets split. Nice kills from Elige, but then you can kind of see a little bit lack of discipline on the Liquid side. When they're up in that 4-on-2 situation, you see Simple get aggressive up the ladder, get picked off. I mean, you can't give away these kills to SK. Those windows of opportunity, they're going to punish them every single time.
Exactly. That is exactly what SK Gaming are capable of. They will keep their cool in the high-pressure situations. They know what it is to play in a grand final and to win a major. What's at stake here for SK is the back-to-back major, setting them up for the Triple Crown, perhaps. We'll see if it's possible. 5-1, SK Gaming in the lead, and again, an anti-eco scenario here for and Taco, racking up the kills. Taco with 2. Almost $1,200 in his pocket. He's going to be feeling good about that. FNX going for a long spray fight with JDM, and Cold Zero will find Hiko. It's as good as it gets until Fur decides to kill his teammate with a nade. It was perfect, Anders. It was looking so good.
It was happening, wasn't it? And I was about to say the silver lining here for Liquid was they had actually managed to keep the SK economy low, but with a round like that, suddenly they're looking much better. Cold Zero was a little bit quiet in the beginning. Now he's 10-0-3 right now, so that's a very good scoreline heading into the beginning of the 8th round here.
And a very important round. SK's already gotten so many rounds on their terrorist side. This is now a very dangerous situation for Liquid, where this could just steamroll completely away from them. I mean, it's already kind of stretched to the limit. They need to start putting rounds on the board before they can allow SK to regain control of this match.
They need to start chaining rounds is what needs to happen here. Liquid need that bank. Once again, they go for rifles, don't have many nades to back them up. And SK Gaming fully aware of this, just pushing aggressively. In fact, Taco takes the bomb over into Brown Halls. He leads with it, so if he got caught in a trap, that could have got a little tricky for SK. But SK, they have the 3 players there. This does make you think like they want to start heading towards that B site, but again, it's all about map control. Fallen is making sure that Team Liquid aren't getting too aggressive over by A main or by Alley, and as the rest of his team kind of clear out the map. And so now SK Gaming, they have all the options available to them. They can go anywhere.
It's a very aggressive setup from Elige and Nitro as well. And it's a little bit tough because they're out of smokes to block these choke points. So they've got to be very careful how they handle it. But this is that duo for Liquid that's so good early on in rounds. They're the ones on the T side, you'll see them going in first, trying to get those opening kills. Here on the CT side, they're mounting this very aggressive defense. When this execute comes in, unlike the last gun round, they're going to be in front of the smoke. So they'll be able to challenge if they hold their ground.
Well, you can see right now the Brazilian side are setting up the standard smokes that everyone by now has watched Train before will already recognize. And they have the bomb over there as well, indicating it's not going to be a fake. They will try and get out here a little bit delayed. And again, if you look at the round timer here, down to 30 seconds. This is going to be one more for the limit play. Nitro up on the train and going to be back down again, looking for the early fight. It's going to be a quick trade as Elige goes down. Nitro spraying and connecting. It will be JDM to get a kill as well, but Nitro eventually falls and it's a 2-on-3.
With only 17 seconds left on this clock, though, Fallen needs to get on that bomb. He hesitates for a second, but his teammate finds a kill in the meantime, so we're into a 2-on-2 until JDM steps in, drops Fallen in the open, and Hiko will flank FNX. Team Liquid, they survive in the end and even find the second AWP for Simple. So that's actually shaping up nicely. They saved both of the core guns, but again, it is going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel here. They still don't have that much money.
What do you think about this approach of having so many rounds go to the sort of the very end of the round timer? Will that be predictable in the long run?
It could be, but I mean, the thing about SK, they can switch that up. They're very good at changing the tempo, and right now, this might just be a game plan for early on, and if Liquid can prove they can consistently stop it, all of a sudden SK can transition into something a little bit more aggressive. It doesn't even have to be an all-out aggressive execute. It can be 2 players getting highly aggressive towards inside the inner bomb site, trying to get an early pick, and you might be able to catch Liquid on sleeping a little bit.
like to see the thorough play coming in here from SK, once again abusing the grenades that they have. Molotov to make sure there can be no aggressive hold on lower, and lower, it's actually Hiko going for the spray. Will finally track down Taco, looking for more, and he gets it. Headshot on FNX. Man advantage now for Liquid going into this B push, and SK Gaming, they're getting picked off one at a time with the bomb getting dropped in the open.
What a hero round coming out from Hiko, 4th in the streak. And especially the 3rd kill was so big because JDM was actually on the far left side and he missed the easy shot then, and Hiko just roams in and takes out a couple or more. That's a really solid defense, and look at what it does to the terrorist side economy. They have almost no money. Finally, some breathing room.
Yeah, and there's that switch up into a little bit more aggressive from SK. This time they don't let the clock run down. This time they throw those same smokes that they've been throwing before. What they're doing is just setting up that pattern. They want Team Liquid to get used to that smoke being there so that they can be fast through it if need be. That tries to lull Liquid into a false sense of security with it. Hiko's not prepared though. We mentioned Hiko, very experienced player, the most experienced player on this team, and JDM, that smoke and the knife out as well.
What? How did Taco get the kill? JDM was jumping in the smoke. I refuse to believe you could see him then. That seems like absolute craziness. It's gonna be a 4-on-4 anyway. They are out in the yard.
And set up, Elige seems to have a bit of an idea that this position could be compromised. Yep, the HE banked right back onto Electric, does a little bit of damage, forces FNX to react, and he'll be there to collect the kill. In the meantime, the bomb is making its way through Alley, and so things could get a little tricky here for Nitro. He has to worry about 2 angles. He has nobody really watching A main for him unless that's simple with the AWP scoped up. And so now Nitro can actually just focus on Alley, and he's going to get that crossfire going with Elige, who just got picked by coldzera. The 3-on-3 now, and SK Gaming, they still have so much time to work with.
Taco's 1 kill might be very influential because D gave up that big sniper rifle. Cole has gone down though. Nice shot from Simple. And Nitro to fall. Taco doing even more work in this round. He's going to go for the spray. Only 40 seconds left. He picks up 1 more kill. That makes it a triple, and no one's even touched him yet. He hasn't got armor, so if Hiko lands a shot on him here, then that should be the end of the fight. But, I mean, Hiko right now, he's got to be terrified. 1-on-1 versus Taco.
This was a collapse. This was a round that Liquid did not have to give this much up. The first kill is fine, but from there, letting that go from a 2-on-1 into a 1-on-1 is a mistake. Simple caught out in the open. You do leave it on the best clutch player you have, but so much time for Taco. Oh, and he wins it! What is this?
What? No Kevlar, instant headshot from Taco on Hiko? And Hiko had the drop on him. That is not a round you can give up, and Hiko, the king of clutch, he falls, he's been dethroned.
Ooh, yeah, that's got to be a round that really shifts the momentum. If Liquid were building anything, and if they had any sort of like team confidence, a lot of it disappears in a round like that.
Dude, Taco's just taking off right now for SK Gaming. This is wild. Just a few months ago, you would think, well, he's not exactly the heaviest hitter. coldzera, Fur, you've got crazy players. Nobody really talking about Taco. But in these big matches, he was instrumental in SK Gaming picking up their win at Columbus, and he just continues to show how valuable he is here. 13 kills on the board, and all of them seem like impact kills.
Close there, Nitro hoping for the right timing, but FNX had his gun out and was ready for it. Elige did pick up a kill here, and again, Liquid, right now, they just need to win as many rounds as humanly possible here. 7 rounds is already well within the comfort zone for SK for a first half.
I mean, this is Liquid's doing good damage on their ecos, these Deagle buys. Elige has had some very nice kills. They're salvaging some weapons. It's just, you know, you're doing the work. You're just not closing out the rounds you have to afterwards.
Will Fallen saw the gun barrel. Saw someone over there. FNX will find JDM in the end, however, and so we are into that 3-on-3. It always seems to be so close between both of these teams, but there's 50 seconds left on the clock and plenty of time to work with until Simple steps in and shuts down Cold. 2 AKs now for Team Liquid to come back into this round with now.
Well, 40 seconds, Fallen. They need 1 more kill. The bomb is out by Electric, so neither SK player is currently carrying it, and that could be a really big problem there. Phoenix thinking there might be someone else up there. They don't seem to have the information that Elige actually made his way out. He was in the sniper nest earlier. And once again, SK are at the verge of running out of time here. Liquid could pick up a massive round here if they could actually do it. Those Deagles really have come into play for them. Fallen fakes the plant once, and they put FNX up here. So if the bomb goes down, that's going to be such a great position for FNX. And Fallen looks like he's going to be able to do it.
Yeah, this is brutal, though. It has to be a perfect afterplant, and he is going to get it. FNX now has the angle. Hiko's working his way around the corner. Simple finds Fallen, and it's a 1v3 scenario now for FNX. And he's already been spotted. Look at the straight wallbang from Elige. He's not fooled. Knows exactly where FNX is holding from. What a huge eco round win coming in here for Liquid.
they needed that. They needed to steal one away. Because they had that gun round win, and then they get reset immediately, and now they can finally stop the momentum. They just need to sustain this next round, because again, it's going to be a really tough situation economically for SK, but they've been winning these rounds. They've been punishing Liquid on this, and you're going to see the Scout on Fallen. You're going to see the upgraded pistols come out as well, so there is a lot of danger for Team Liquid here in this round as well.
What is this buy coming in from SK? They've still flowed around 3,000, Fallen prioritizing the AWP. Definitely a little bit of a half buy coming in. They want to think about the next rifle, and they're going to drop up straight down to 1,000. Wow, okay, SK Gaming, man, they're really going to be a bit of a threat here. Team Liquid, they need to be careful not to get caught off guard. If SK decide to go ultra aggressive, they could try and go for a turn of a change of pace here.
I think it says something about the mentality of the Brazilian team. I think they're actually eyeing a chance to just do a lot of mental damage to Liquid if they can bounce right back here. They know that that is what's on the line, so see if they are going to be successful. JDM and Hiko now covering the B-bomb side. There seems to be a lot of switching going on about who's helping out Hiko over there.
Usually, it's been JDM. It seems like they want the op to do it. The Simple's rotated back when he has the op, but it has been a little bit changed up. Maybe feeling a little bit more comfortable with it. A different setup, because JDM's got the angle on lower ramp, while Simple doesn't have an AWP.
Well, the push begins. They do manage to infiltrate towards Ali, FNX, and Taco. Taco even going so far as to peek the back line. He doesn't see anybody back there, though. And it's FNX to get the drop on Nitro. Point blank with the CZ. Simple. He realizes that he knows that somebody could make his way towards B. Hiko's already in position to deal with that, though. And that bomb, it's still waiting over in A main. So SK Gaming right now are just giving Taco time to work. But Hiko finds him in the end. 4-on-4.
But look how low that drops Hiko. He's down to 9 health, so this is still fairly scary if you're on the Liquid team. The bomb is making its way back down, so it looks like it's going to be an A hit. Nice shot from Simple. Cold going to be taking down Elise, and that was in Pop Dog. Now Simple has a lot of work to do. He's got the AK in hand, and he's up on the train. They're going to be pushing in now. Only 30 seconds left, and he needs backup quick. Simple picking up one more kill sprays, and that's a third one coming through. Now all on Cold Zero. 1 versus 3. It seems like Simple has done it again. That's a quad kill to shut down SK.
That was so scary. That's a lot of space. It's a lot of respect that Team Liquid is giving SK towards Ivy. Letting him get out, even though the smoke is deployed, no one keeping a close eye on it. That almost bites him. Nitro falls, there's no one there to trade. So they've got to be careful on how much room they give SK to work over towards Ivy. That's a critical part of this map. If they can't hold it, that's going to be a lot of options open for the offense.
It's definitely one of the more difficult positions to hold on any map right now that's in the pool. So whoever, draws the short straw, it's either you hold close to A main and run the risk of getting overrun, or you get Ali, a bit of a tough draw, really. They are going to be putting some pressure on here, SK Gaming, and that bomb that's making its way towards Ali with Taco. So it makes you think that SK eventually want to wind up on A. But Fur and Cold being thorough, checking out the brown halls, making sure that that B site, there isn't any aggression coming in from Liquid there. It's Hiko kind of dancing around, and Fallen in the meantime is going to get hunted down by Nitro. Fallen just out in the open.
You were talking about respect, and that's a way to not show it, just to really go and fight him. You know he's a dangerous player. Close range as well with the sniper. JDM picking up a good kill there. It looks like Liquid have finally stabilized a little bit here. JDM getting some good shots with the sniper.
Yeah, that's sick. That's a good change-up. Not letting them make that progress. You're seeing how mobile they're making the up, and they only have one of them. And nicely done from Nitro. Still aggressive, and he's going to clean out Cold Zera. 6-7. They've almost brought it back to tied up.
This is an excellent recovery considering the bumpy start that they had, and it's so true that SK, they always just seem to get off to a terrific start, apply maximum pressure, and then it's all in the mindset for Team Liquid. They need to maintain their cool, and they're showing right now that they can grind out rounds against SK, that they can withstand. And
importantly, it feels like Liquid, they don't have to use any resources, sort of cheering up one guy who's not doing well. Everyone is fighting right now. 4 of them are at 9 kills, JDM at 10. So there's no one who's sort of bringing down the team, feeling like they're out of it, or anything like that. This is a full team effort for the American side.
Whoa, and the change now, Cold, straight out, Olofmeister style. He's looking for that A main peak. He might be able to catch out JDM. Simple's taking down Taco in the meantime. That was in Brown Halls. But Cold Zera's going to bring it back to a 4-on-4. Catches JDM looking the wrong way. And now it's Fallen. They just trade places. And now out through A main. He can find that peak. It depends on whether Elise is going to give him something to work with here. Simple rotating over to bolster the defense. And the bomb still waiting on Pop Dog. It could still go either way here.
You can see how SK switches up that aggression. Gets the ops out mid early. Lets him get in position and just hold angles. It's a really uncomfortable angle for JDM to feel like he has to clear. And now the ops out of the hands of Team Liquid. They have none of them. No one has salvaged that, and all of SK heading towards the inner bomb site.
And once again, Hiko's going to have so much work to do. The one thing is he has a Molotov. If he puts it down right, it will stagger the actual offense, and maybe he could take them on one at a time. Elige coming in at the right time, missing a shot there as Cold Zero goes for a second one. Elige, he only managed to trade. He got the headshot being pushed up on, and Fur, there's no one to return the frag. Fur picking up a double instead. And now it's all on Nitro, and clutching against these two players is going to be very nearly impossible. He has to take the first peek at some point, and he makes it out safely, but still even more work to come.
Fallen will have the first point of contact as well, and so it's perfect. Fur, all he has to do is watch towards the lower ramp in case Nitro is trying to flank from Pop Dog, and Fallen is the one to make sure that he can't come in from Connector, and we'll see. They might just cross paths here. Is Fallen going to get caught looking the wrong way? Nitro going to check the corner, finds Fallen, now a 1v1, but he has no idea where Fur's playing from. He's actually assuming that it might be on upper, which is the usual spot that you would look for the terrorist side. Incendiary going down to block down lower. Nitro's just going to try and stick it in. Fur, peekaboo, dead in front. Denies it and clutches it for SK Gaming. Another round on the board for the Brazilians. And Team Liquid, luckily for them going into this 15th round, it's not the end. They actually have money to buy, but they really needed to come out ahead here in the half.
Can I just point out that every member of Liquid is at 10 kills? That's some nice symmetry. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But overall, the scoreline is 8-6, favoring SK on the terrorist side as we move into the 15th round. So Liquid, they have a very long road ahead of them.
Yeah, they definitely need this last round, and now they have that double op. They hadn't switched into it for some time, but so good of them. They won a 5 of 6 at 1 point. So they're able to build up enough money. But now they've got to be very careful again. SK just slowing it back down.
And the Kings are changing the pace, just letting Team Liquid dwell on the clutch that they just lost. Nitro's going to get flashed in by JDM, and he may be able to pick up one, but no, FNX is there to shut him down. Fallen and FNX survive at Alley. And it's brought back to a 4-on-4 until JDM decides to step in, picks off Fallen, and now things get interesting. Now Team Liquid actually have the man advantage to work with here. They just need to lock things down. They don't need to take any risks from this position.
And you see such a small detail down by Ivy, how FNX has got his back turned to the smoke and Fallen is the one looking. So at any one time, you'll only be able to flash one of those two players. So whoever isn't flashed turns around and picks up the kill. That's just very smart play. And JDM to take down FNX is looking better and better. Fur and Cold Zero left here, 2-on-4. Don't know how you win this.
You hit massive headshots is how you do it. Elige, though, gonna shut down Cold Zero, and so it is just on Fur now, 1v3. He has a Galil, not even an AK, and Hiko gonna hit the headshot. Beautiful work from Team Liquid to close out the half. 7-8 on their CT side. Definitely not an ideal scoreline. They were looking for 9-6. They were looking to come out ahead, but
it could be done.
It could be done, exactly.
Well, you look at also the inexperience of Team Liquid. This is their first time on the major finals. Look at the start they had. They won one round of the first 7, and from there they brought it back.
Well, we are going to be back after a quick break with the second half, so stay with us. It's Liquid and SK. And we have returned here, the second half, first map of the grand final here in Cologne, Germany. And we have Liquid playing SK. And it was a really interesting first half. It looked, a lot of the time, it looked like Liquid were about to simply slip out of the game, but they managed to hold on.
And that's when you normally expect, not only an underdog, but a team from their first major final to just kind of collapse. When they have that much pressure put on them, when they're down 6-1. And somehow, I mean, this is the thing, this team has shown so much resilience in this tournament, so much discipline and mental focus, which that's been one of their big failings in the past, and just of the North American region in general. So this is a whole new look North American squad that we have here.
Resilience, they've already done it. They've won a major. They've done it for their continent. Now it's up to Hiko, the man on your screen right there.
You know, I'm a big fan of North American memes, but I've got to say, even outside the North American region, that's actually a quality that's really hard to find in any team and amongst any players. So definitely super impressed by what they're showing us so far. But Moses, do they have to win the pistol round here in the second half? That's something that they've not been good at. Is that an important piece?
I don't think they have to. It certainly would be nice if they were able to pick up a pistol round at some point. That would be huge if they could do it, but they showed against Fnatic that they don't have to pick up pistol rounds to be able to win maps, to be able to win series even.
You know, they can win the gun rounds, right? They can get the job done with the rifles.
I think one of the incredible things, we just saw the stats up at halftime, Elige has over 100 ADRs. So we talked about, I mentioned the growth of him yesterday in that semifinals matchup, still carries it over into the finals.
He's so focused right now, Elige, but it is the pistol, and Team Liquid, they are just geared up and ready to go. They do have the Tech 9 on Hiko along with the smoke, and Nitro's the one rocking the utility. The rest of them with the Kevlar, and we'll see. It's looking like they want to head towards that B site. Taco, the one going for the shoulder peaks, and he might be in for a bit of a surprise if he oversteps. There's 3 players ready. He's been spotted. They know he's there.
Grenade doesn't really do too much. It slightly triggers me that Hiko has Tech 9 and not armor. It seems like he could have dropped it for someone else, but now they are going to go onto the site. They got the smoke down by the sidewalk, and SK trying to get in here to defend. Taco picking up a headshot. He goes down to Elige, and Elige picking up a second kill as well. Liquid off to a really good start right now. He's looking for a third. He's going to get a hit, a headshot again. Oh my God, SK, they're crumbling in this round, and Liquid, 2 more kills and they have it. Cold Sierra going to make a one shot there on Simple, but there's still more to come. FNX, he's got the health, he's sneaking around the backside, and there's 2 headshots in a row. FNX about to bring it back now, all on Hiko. He's got the Tech 9 and 2 kills to get. He's trying to find the first one, but now they know where he is, and the smoke is up. They're inside it, trying to see if they can get the defuse, and Hiko, oh no, FNX, 3rd kill coming in, and that's going to be the round.
Oh, it looks so good. The positioning, push forward between the trains. They were lined up. No one checking the left side. Miscommunication. And then at the end, SK, those remaining 2 members do such a good job of juggling that aggression. Everyone taking one shot at Hiko, hitting him, forcing Hiko to pay attention to that angle, and then they pounce from the other side.
I was about to say that Elige was going to give Taco a taste of his own medicine, right? You know, he's just... That looked so good to start. It's just that this is the quality of FNX as well. All of these teams, they have these players that can just show up at any point in time and completely shatter your dreams. FNX used to be the man of clutch for SK Gaming, the ones who always come through with their backs to the wall. And in this round right there, you saw that quality again. 2 instant headshots completely changes the complexion. And so now SK Gaming, they're the ones with the guns, and they're going aggressive. Straight into the push and the firing squad. JDM waiting around the corner. He's gonna get that headshot, and now Team Liquid, they're primed to pounce.
Yeah, but because they got the bomb plant down as well, that means they don't have armor. It's almost a bit of a shame, because when you get gifted a start like that, you want to follow up on it. Nitro goes down, Taco a little bit isolated, but they can't really punish him for it, and he's just going to get a couple of kills. In fact, 3 kills in here as JDM ends up alone. Sprays for a long time, but not really going to be able to connect, and SK will win the round, only losing 1 person.
It's all right, though. That plant is huge because there really wasn't that much investment in that round from Team Liquid. That one push by Fer gives them the opening they need. It forces the defense, the remaining members, to play a little bit passive in that B bomb site. Rotation wasn't too aggressive, so Team Liquid get a plant, and they're going to have a very, very good buy on this 3rd round.
They have everything. They should have everything they need. The question is whether JDM decides to go for the glass cannon AWP here, and it looks like he will. And so he'll be able to back that up with a couple of nades. But look at the nade count for Liquid right out the gates. That double plant, that's a bonus $800 in their pockets each time. So you can get an HE, a flash, a smoke, that's 800 right there. You can see the difference that it makes. So this is perfect. Now SK Gaming falling with the scout. Cold Zero, man, just holding onto the UMP. This is it. And no time wasted at all. Already the push coming in from Simple. He's looking to find somebody out of position here on the A side.
Look at the aggression right now, but he actually gets the time to get the kill. FNX is a bit slow. A little bit aggressive there. Nitro, that's the bomb as well. So now everyone can just start rotating in. Liquid, I think, maybe pumping themselves up to have a very fast and explosive round, but it gets straight shut down from SK. Hiko hitting a good headshot, though, gives them a minimal chance. They can maybe still do it. JDM missing a shot. The bomb plant, not happening yet. In fact, JDM's going to take it back.
There we go. Time to pump the brakes. Time to take a little bit of a break now and actually slow things down. Let Hiko, give him time to work, and he's going to get another kill. Shuts down Fallen. Cole is literally going to leap on him. But in the meantime, JDM has put himself in a position where he can actually come through in the clutch. He gets that bomb, and he has enough time to rotate out, change up the position, get a strong after-plant position. So he'll have eyes on the bomb, and it's up to Fur and Cold now to rotate in and actually get that buddy system going. They're both coming in from the same spot. So this is a very tough situation for an AWP. He has that one shot, but he has to be careful about getting traded.
This is one of those rounds that could change the outcome of the game. JDM, 1 versus 2. They smoke up. That's so smart, and he misses the kill. Could have happened, but Fur will pick up a double instead. And some of these critical rounds, for Liquid to make a comeback here on Train, they need to at least win 1 or 2 of them every once in a while.
Yeah, and they've had their chances. They've had a couple now. And it all keeps slipping away. I mean, that's just smart play. Jumping across that gap, seeing the Opper there, and just jumping far enough to where you can just spam the box, make sure he can't get a clean shot at you. Really, really well done. And now, I mean, even with that plant, it's going to be some Tech 9s. They can invest a little bit. You can see the Deagle armor, the Tech 9 armor coming out, a little bit of utility, trying to keep that low, because look at the money on the CT side. Fur's at 200, FNX at 450. They still have this in a manageable situation.
It's up to Liquid now to actually find some kills here to make this round a bit more expensive. Like you said, right, to apply pressure to the wallet of SK Gaming, who are just actually going for a pretty solid hold here on the A side. They were expecting for Liquid to try and go for some ultra aggression again. If Simple, you want to come charging out, we're going to be there to greet you. And Fur, he's there to say hello. Simple this time, though, doesn't fully commit. It's a wise play on his part, just showing himself, and now he can back off safely.
One small mistake from SK, they just used 2 smokes over towards ladder, so that's a little bit of miscommunication.
Well, Fur's going to be quite close range, and he does trade effectively early on there. Simple and Hiko are going to be, well, just Hiko now alone. And the bomb is quite far back, so again, just more damage would be helpful if you could have got the kill on Fallen then. But instead, it's the Brazilian captain picking up a triple kill. Still, Taco ahead of everybody with 18 kills right now on the scoreboard, and an overall 5-round lead for SK here, leading into the 20th round. And I feel like Liquid are running out of rope now.
Yeah, they actually are. This needs to be a huge win, and you look to some of these rounds, some of these clutch, the pistol round, all these things that JDM 1-on-2, anything that could go their way, they need something, because they've had, even in the first half, they've had these late round situations that against Fnatic, it was going their way. They were winning those. Against Na'Vi, they were winning them. Here against SK, they've lost almost every single one.
It's not looking too hot here for Liquid. This is where SK Gaming can just take off. If they win this round, SK Gaming, they're going to be in a fantastic position now. And again, SK Gaming, they are expecting the early aggression. Round after round, they keep putting 4 players out on A early on, fully trusting in Taco. This is a lot of faith in Taco to just leave him alone on that B site. Because if Liquid, I mean, they hit B a lot at the beginning. If they choose to charge B again, he's your first line of defense. He's the man who needs to hold the line. But instead, SK Gaming choose to put a lot of faith in him, and he's actually falling back, playing it a bit more passively now. They're just still waiting patiently for Liquid to show their hand.
Liquid hasn't. I mean, they're still being very, very passive. They still have 5 smokes on the board for the terrorist side, so they're gearing up for some kind of late round execution. The bomb still being back towards mid on Simple, transferring over towards Ivy to meet up with Hiko. Suggestion's going to be outside. This might be a play just to get JDM in position, just to see if he can go for a pick. He's got Taco blind. He spots it, but he misses the shot. He's going to go for more, though, and he catches Fur off guard.
That's a very counterintuitive play. Normally, if you miss that shot, you're going to be backing off immediately, but JDM, complete madman now. Taco walking in behind him. Does he realize Taco? He's going to have the perfect angle, and that's an easy kill there, but has it given enough space on the A side of the map? That's the big question right now. Cold Sierra is going to realize, wait a minute, they're all coming down. Ivy, he's looking at the exact perfect spot. Takes 1, takes 2, and a 3rd one coming through as well, and he's going to be going down. Cold Sierra eating every single member of Liquid coming through the back lines, and Nitro to go down. What a round.
It's a really nice thought out of Team Liquid, really well executed. JDM getting that kill. It forced the rotation from XK. It brought 2 extra players over towards the B bomb site. It created that window for Team Liquid, but they just didn't seize it. They didn't grasp the opportunity. They waited too long to execute out Ivy.
Boom, and I think we have the technical time, or not the technical, rather, the tactical. Exactly, it is going to be the pause put into play here for Liquid. It's a 2-minute timeout. You're allowed to have 1 per map. And so Liquid are deciding that now's the moment because SK Gaming, they're right on the edge. 13 rounds for SK Gaming and only 7 for Liquid. And, well, Liquid, no bomb plant that round means not a whole lot of money. So they do need to put some thought into what they need to do here, Liquid, to get back into this game.
It comes down to they're just who's going to be essentially the Taco of this team. Who's going to be getting these opening kills? We saw on the Terra side that pistol round, a couple of the gun rounds. Taco is getting those first kills. He's carrying it forward. He's being the one to lead them into bomb sites, into the action. No one from Liquid is doing that at the moment. We talk about the effectiveness of their opening kills, of their entry fraggers, that Elige Nitro duo. They're having good games, but they're not having that same style of impact that they need to have for their team.
All right, now you have that trio for SK Gaming that have just taken control of the first half and continue to carry forward on into the second half between Taco, Cold, and FNX. They're just leading the way as far as kills are concerned on this scoreboard. I mean, Fur is still lagging behind, but really, it just seems like everybody's dead by the time he gets there every time. Taco, Cold, like these guys are just wrecking house. Liquid, seems like for now, they just want to settle on a bit of a half buy, bolster that economy for the next round, when they'll be when they'll be able to afford to get rifles. It's all about getting the bomb plant this round.
I mean, if you can find the right kill, we already saw in the second round how I think FNX it was got picked off going a little bit aggressive over by the B bomb side. If that happens again and they have Tech 9s and armor, you can capitalize. You can win the round based on that. So it would be interesting. It also gives Liquid a chance to try being a little bit faster in a round where maybe it doesn't matter quite as much because you maybe don't expect to win it. So I mean, that'd be interesting to see if SK can deal with that. Those A bomb side pushes, they haven't been too popular so far.
No, and even actually, you think back to the first gun round, what would happen was Simple was basically coming out mid on his own. They threw some smokes to get him cover, to get him out by E-Box, to have some kind of an open duel. He loses that, and the other plan is over towards the B bomb site where Nitro gets caught trying to rush through a Molotov at Taco. So it's been a couple, that round specifically was a couple desperate plays, and Liquid's got to be very careful they don't get away from themselves. They have one more chance, essentially, to get back into this.
That's what it is. 4 seconds here, and we are going to be headed back into the game after a tactical timeout called by Team Liquid to try and see if they can stabilize even a little bit here. They've got Tech 9s, P250s, a Deagle as well, and a lot of grenades. Definitely not impossible to win a round like this, but a lot comes down to that first kill.
And having the patience to wait for it as well. Liquid spread out. They're expecting more of the same disrespect coming out from SK Gaming. They're expecting some kind of aggressive alley push, some kind of push somewhere on the map from SK Gaming just to try and get that information. What do Team Liquid have in store for us this round? That's what SK Gaming need to figure out. And so this time around, SK Gaming, instead of going for the stack on A, they've actually spread out across the map. 3 players on A, FNX playing in connector, and then 2 holding solid on the B side. So they're preparing for everything right now, SK. They're saying, right, okay, Liquid, you're not going to pull a fast one on us. We're just going to count on our aim to carry us through.
Well, they put the smokes down for a normal A push, but they're not coming out of main. They're coming out top dog, and then 3 men down Ivy. Elige opens up on one. Cold is here trying to repeat the last round. He's got the first 2. He needs the third one as well, and he gets Simple. Cold Zero, just a rock of this team. Fallen going to be going down, but they will only get the 2 kills in. Having one player who can play a position that effectively is going to be a lot of trouble for Liquid.
Yeah, and there were no trades there. I mean, there was 3 members of Team Liquid coming out of Ivy, and just not a single one was able to trade that kill. Cold played that perfectly, and he did it just the round before against AK, so now he's doing it against the pistols as well. I mean, how do you beat that?
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's just getting fired up. Cold, he knows. He is so confident that this is SK's time to take a second major title. And well, Liquid, they're gonna have to teach him otherwise, and so far that lesson is not going well. 7-14, Liquid trailing on the T side, and now the aggression comes in from SK Gaming. Fallen up into brown halls, going so far as to peek into Pop Dog. Is he gonna get jumped on though? He's hearing the footsteps, he knows that someone's close, and there's the first kill. Can he actually make it around the corner? Taco's there to cover him, and he does make it out. SK Gaming, they make it work, and they make it look easy.
And Elige, it's just not smart to try and chase that kill. Fallen's already gotten away. If you don't trade that very quickly, that play is not done without some kind of backup with him. So Elige is very wise to just take the hit, let Nitro die, he can't do anything, and not chase it down, not put his team in a bigger hole. But now look at what this allows the defense to do. They can leave Taco alone at the inner bomb site. They have 4 members outside, and Liquid's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough task to find out where to execute here.
Taco playing down on the floor of the B bomb site, and they do have the bomb over here, so they can make it in, but again, they need a strong entry kill on someone from Liquid here. Seems like with about 45 seconds left, they are gearing up for that B push. Both Fur and Taco are holding very close, so almost all of the Molotovs or grenades that they can throw are going to land behind the current SK defense, and that's a really big thing. Liquid, they just need to hit a headshot as they run in 34 seconds now, and they need to make a move of it. The rest of SK are out in the A-bomb side. No one's even moved an inch, and now they're going to go for it. Fur up on the train, and he gets flashed for a moment. Taco picking up 1, then 2 before he finally falls. JDM going to get a kill there, very important one 2-on-3, and the bomb, it is being put down, but FNX is also flanking in from behind, so this round for Liquid, they're sandwiched in. How do they get out?
It comes down to timing, basically. Do they realize what could go on? FNX with a little bit of a flash. They're not watching you, but he's going to catch him lined up. Doesn't matter. Unleash hits the shot fast enough. Keeps their hopes alive for Liquid. Cold will snuff JDM, however, and falling from the other side. Flanks in and takes down Unleash. SK Gaming on map point here on Train.
SK patiently waiting on that retake, just throwing that flashbang to allow FNX to have the time to come in for the flank. He actually did something pretty creative. He makes a jumping sound on that ramp, and he gives up his position intentionally because he's throwing a pop flash at the same time. He wants JDM at that train to turn around and watch that so the flash will hit him in the face. Doesn't work out for him, but it's a clever little trick.
That's what you have to know. Did he hear it? Did he not? Was he close enough right?
It's a good idea either way. That means we're at 7 straight rounds in this second half for SK. Liquid have picked up exactly 0 on the terrorist side, and whatever else is happening, that's got to be a condition for winning Train, right? That you can win some T rounds at least. That hasn't happened, and now they're going to go fast out into the courtyard here. Fallen picking up Nitro. Liquid, one last attempt here. FNX playing close to the Train. He's going to be held up by Fur, and there's FNX finally coming through with a spray and takes down a kill. So now Elise, the last man